Welcome everyone. We are really excited to be here with you today. Today's webinar is focused on elegant dinners and elegant happy hours and what it truly means to bring elegance to every season through hospitality-driven experiences. These moments are about more than food or decor. They're about creating joy, dignity, beauty, and unforgettable memories for our residents. And when we say memories, we don't just mean remembering the event itself. We mean experiences that can transport residents back to a time in their lives. A wedding, an anniversary, a cruise, a special night out, or a moment when they felt dressed up, celebrated, and seen. Those emotional connections are incredibly powerful, and that's what elegant dinner and happy hour are really about. During our time together today, we'll talk about what these experiences look like today and what our expectations are, how to think differently about creating an elevated experience, even in spaces our residents use every day. I'm joined today by Jessica Strasbaugh, and we'll be sharing this webinar together. Jessica will kick us off by walking through what's new and setting the foundation, and then I'll take us into the experience side. We're so glad you're here, and we're excited to get started.
Yes, before we jump in to what elegant themed dinners are, I want us to pause for a moment and remember the purpose and overview. So these dinners are meant to be more than just a nice meal. There are moments where our residents get to feel seen, celebrated, and cared for in a really special way. Many of our residents, as Daniela said, can't go out to a formal dining experience anymore. So we have the privilege to bring that experience to them. And when we do this, we're not just serving a dinner, we're creating dignity, joy, and memories for our residents. So what's new? So in 2026, we have simplified our theme dinners in the best way possible. We're moving away from full theme weeks, instead putting our energy into one truly beautiful, elegant dinner and a themed Friday happy hour each season. This gives you more flexibility. You can choose any evening during the designated week that works best for your campus. It also shifts our focus to elegance over the novelty, allowing us to create moments that feel meaningful, special for our residents. Because of that, we're saying goodbye to disposable decorations and inviting both our staff and residents to dress up, lean in, and really celebrate the experience together.
Now, before we go any farther, I want to set the tone for what you're about to see. The next few slides are very visual. Think of them as a Pinterest board or a vision board for elegant dinner. You're going to see images and moments that represent the feeling we're aiming for, the atmosphere, the elegance, the hospitality. This is not a checklist. This is not about budgets or logistics, and it's not about what you already have or don't have. This is about vision. As you look at these slides, I want to give yourself permission to think big. Try not to immediately go, we can't do that, or that's not realistic. Instead, ask yourself, what does this feel like and what part of this experience could translate to my residents? Our residents don't need everything we're about to see. They need the essence, intention, beauty, calm, and hospitality. Jessica is going to walk us through how we make this real and practical at our campuses. My role right now is simply to help you see it, feel it, and imagine it. So as we move through this vision board, let yourself be inspired. Notice the details and take notes. This is the experience we are working towards. To help us understand why every detail matters, I want to walk you through the resident journey. This isn't just about what happens once a resident sits down at the table. This is the full emotional arc of the night, from the moment they start getting ready in their apartment to the moment they return home from the event. On the screen, you'll see the stages of the evening laid out. As we walk through these, I want you to think about the experience the same way you would if you were attending a gala, a wedding, or a special night out. The journey actually starts before any of these steps. It starts when invitations go out, when residents start talking about what they're going to wear, when anticipation builds, and when excitement sets in. That's part of the experience. So as you're looking at these images, I want you to think beyond just the dinner itself. Think about how residents feel as they're getting dressed, walking to the dining room, being welcomed, sitting down, enjoying the evening, and then heading back home. When we design elegant dinner with the full journey in mind, not just the meal, the experience becomes more meaningful, more memorable, and more impactful. As we walk through each of these stages, imagine your residents moving through the night step by step. And think about how each moment can feel intentional, warm, and special. Imagine you're 87 years old, you get the invitation, and you read it again the night of the dinner. You pull out your nicest blouse or the bow tie you haven't worn in years. You check yourself in the mirror and feel that spark of anticipation again, something many haven't felt in a long time. Maybe you're thinking about who else will be there. Maybe you're remembering a wedding, an anniversary, or a night out from years ago. The experience starts right here before they even leave their room. As soon as residents step outside of their apartment, the transformation should begin. Soft music playing, dim lights or small LED candles along the way, staff greeting them warmly. Good evening, you look wonderful tonight. And in that moment, it should feel like the campus has paused, like everyone knows this is the night. Residents aren't walking through a building to go to dinner. They're walking towards an experience, towards something special, towards a space that feels elegant, intentional, and welcoming. Already, they know this is not a normal dinner. When residents walk into the dining room, this is your grand moment. This space should not feel like the dining room they eat in 3 times a day. It should feel transformed, like they've stepped into somewhere new. A welcome drink in a real glass, candlelight, elegant table settings, the scent of something seasonal, maybe winter pine or citrus. This is where hospitality shows up. Someone greeting them with, "We're so glad you're here tonight," or "Your table's ready, let me show you." A photo backdrop where each resident gets a moment to shine. Something dimensional and elevated, not a flat vinyl backdrop, but a space that feels intentional and special. Your goal is for residents to pause when they walk in and think, wow, this feels different. This feels special. That's hospitality. Now, this is where dignity comes alive. Staff pulls out chair, offers compliments, and moves slowly. No rushing. Residents compliment each other. "Oh, you look beautiful." And those interactions are priceless. Music sets the tone. The entire room feels calm, elegant, and intentional. In this moment, residents don't feel like they're being seated for dinner. They feel like they're being welcomed into an experience. Fine dining is not about being fancy, it's about intentionality. Plated courses delivered quietly with care, announcing the entry before serving, space between each course so residents can enjoy the moment. This is also where small tableside moments can elevate the experience. A signature drink finished or presented at the table, a salad tossed or garnished in front of the residents, a final touch added just before serving. These moments slow everything down. They engage the senses, the sight, the smell, the anticipation. Service tone matters here. No cluttering plates, no rushing, just beauty, presence, and care. This is the point in the evening where residents aren't just eating, they're savoring. Residents love the chef moment. When the chef walks out and explains the inspiration behind the menu, it immediately feels special. It tells residents, "You matter enough to us to craft something beautiful just for you." This can be a brief menu introduction, a course presentation, or a fun dessert reveal, but it's really about storytelling and connection. This is also a moment to spotlight the culinary artistry on your campus. Residents get to see the talent, creativity, and care behind the meal they're enjoying. When done well, the chef moment becomes a centerpiece memory. something residents talk about for long after the evening ends. Entertainment doesn't need to be big, it needs to be elegant. A violinist in the corner can change the entire atmosphere. A live painter quietly capturing the moment that adds a sense of magic. Reflection cards or small interactive touches can spark meaningful conversations at the table. These elements are about performing for residents. They're about surrounding the experience with beauty, calm, and intention. They help transport residents somewhere else. They create immersion. After dinner, we shift the mood. Soft music, warm lighting, a dessert or coffee station, maybe even a nightcap style drink. The energy slows, but the evening doesn't end. This is often a move to a different space on campus, a living room, lounge, or another cozy area. So it feels like the night continues somewhere new. Residents linger, unwind, and enjoy conversation. Maybe there's entertainment here, maybe it's simply quiet connection. This moment feels cozy and intimate. For many residents, it becomes their favorite part of the night. As residents leave, this is your closing moment. A warm thank you, a genuine compliment, a small keepsake, printed photo, a sweet treat to enjoy later, something they can take back with them. This isn't just about ending the night, it's about giving residents something that carries the experience forward, something they might see the next morning and remember how special the evening felt. Residents return to their apartment feeling uplifted, honored, and seen. This is the power of hospitality. Now that you've seen the vision and hopefully felt immersed in what elegant dinner experience can look and feel like, I want to walk through the elements, the core elements that make this experience work. These aren't meant to limit creativity. They're meant to protect the experience. Elegant dinner doesn't have to be complicated. Elegance is about quality and restraint. Less is more and intention matters. That means we move away from paper products and disposable decor into a reusable, high-quality pieces that elevate the space. Real cloth linen and runners, chargers under the plates, battery-operated candles or soft lighting, floral or seasonal elements that add warmth and depth. When we talk about elevated decor, we're not talking about expensive. We're talking about thoughtful. If it wouldn't feel appropriate at a wedding reception or a fine restaurant, it doesn't belong here. Real napkins, real glassware, music is essential. Silence feels institutional, and music sets the tone. The signature drink, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic, is about inclusion. Everyone gets to participate in the ritual. The photo backdrop doesn't need to be elaborate. It just needs to communicate one thing. This night matters. Staff attire matters too. Residents mirror our energy. When staff shows up elevated, the entire room elevates. And finally, lighting and clutter. Overhead lights off when possible, soft lighting on, remove cards, signs, whiteboards, and extra furniture. We are intentionally transforming this space. When these elements are in place, you've already most of the way towards an elegant, immersive experience. And now that we talked about the vision and the feel, I'm going to turn it over to Jessica, who's going to walk us through how we take this vision and bring it to life in a realistic, practical way in campus.
Thank you, Daniela, for inspiring us what this experience should feel like. Now let's talk about how do we actually pull it off, because this level of excellence doesn't just magically appear. It happens when we coordinate, assign roles, and bring the entire campus team together. And you can't do this alone, and honestly, you shouldn't have to. An elegant dinner is meant to be a true showcase of campus synergy. Life enrichment, IL, and legacy leaders, this is your moment. You don't have to wait for someone else to set the standard. You get to drive it. You are the ones who bring people together and turn ideas into experiences that matter. And that means taking action, rallying your campus leaders, clearly defining who's doing what and when, communicating with confidence, and setting the expectation that this experience matters. And then following through to make sure that the vision actually comes to life. When you take when you step into that ownership, elegant dinners become more than a beautiful evening. It becomes the standard, a showcase of teamwork, campus synergy, and a powerful way we honor our residents. So, who does what? This is important. This is where the magic happens. Roles need to be assigned ahead of time. Fail to plan, plan to panic. If you want residents dressed to the nines, CRCAs need to know that that's their role. How are they going to execute this? If you want ambiance, the lighting, the music, the vibe, plant operations has to know exactly what's expected. And the big one, everyone needs to be in the loop. Clear communication is everything. No surprises, no last minute scrambling, because remember, TAWB, when the whole team knows their role, they show up together and the experience will flow. And that's when the magic actually happens. So here's the secret sauce to making these evenings feel elevated without spending a fortune. Thrift shops, perfect for gowns, jackets, fun accessories. Our residents still love to get dressed up. Reaching out to beauty students who can come in and help with their hair, makeup, volunteers that can run photo stations. You can even partner with home health companies and other volunteers. You never know who is willing to donate a dress, decorations, or other goodies for your event. Team up with your director of sales. Tap into your community resources. Talk up the event. You never know what connections staff, families, or friends may have that could take your event over the top. Borrow decorations from other leaders. Remember, we're not all doing this event on the same night. Let's partner up, repurpose linens, add a little sparkle with a mocktail station, dessert tasting, or a do-it-yourself photo backdrop. Local florists might be willing to contribute greenery leftover, or schools might have musicians that are willing to come in to perform. We've also curated an Amazon wish list, which is now available to you in Oracle, full of decoration ideas. We've also created an elegant themed dinner guide and SOP, which are now available on Compass to help guide your planning every step of the way. Remember, no more disposable decorations. Intentional, reusable, elegant touches are what makes these evenings truly special. A little creativity goes a long way. And remember, this event is all about collaboration. When your life enrichment, legacy, and IL leaders team up with culinary and truly work together, the experience becomes something our residents feel, not just something they attend. This isn't decorations on one side and food on the other, it's a cohesive moment. So partner with your culinary team to co-create menus that align with the theme. Think about the plating, the colors, the garnishes that complement the room. Use local or seasonal ingredients to add a whole nother layer of connection. And one of my favorite touches, as Daniela mentioned before, having the chef step out, share the inspiration behind the menu. That personal interaction elevates the meal into a shared experience that our residents will remember.
Now that we talked about the experience and how to bring it into life, I want to briefly walk you through the 4 elegant dinner themes for 2026. This is just a high-level overview. Each theme gives you a direction for the feeling of the night, the ambience, and the experience you're creating. Winter Gala is about warmth and elegance during the colder months. Candlelight, rich textures, soft music, and that feeling of dressing up for a special night out. Cozy, refined, and magical. Spring Formal is light, fresh, and celebratory. Florals, softer colors, and a sense of renewal. It should feel like a spring wedding or a garden party, uplifting and romantic. Summer soiree is relaxed elegance, bright but refined. Think resort style, patio, or coastal evening vibes, breezy, joyful, and social without being casual. Autumn affair is rich, cozy, and reflective. Warm tones, softer lighting, and an intimate atmosphere that invites conversation and connection. Each theme gives you a starting point, but the foundation stays the same: hospitality, intention, in creating a night that feels special. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jessica, who's going to walk us through the winter gala in more detail and show you exactly how to bring that first elegant dinner to life.
Okay, the winter gala should feel like you're stepping into a winter wonderland. Frosty elegance, candlelight, that cozy feeling that you don't get every single day. The dinner will take place one evening during the week of February 16th, with the happy hour happening that Friday. The goal is simple: create an elegant, memorable experience that truly celebrates our residents. So we're leaning into silver, white, and soft blue colors to set the tone. Residents are encouraged to dress up and have fun with it. Staff are welcome to dress up elegantly as well to bring the whole experience to life. Okay, and a quick reminder, we're not decorating the entire campus. This isn't about throwing up a ton of decorations all over the building. It's one truly elegant evening. Think of decorations in three parts: dining entrance, table setting and plating, and a backdrop. For the grand entryway, go big. Think white archway, silver tulle, fairy lights, maybe some hanging snowflakes. Remember, no disposable. Evergreen garlands, white branches with soft blue uplighting, a fancy "Welcome to the Winter Gala" sign, a white carpet runner with fake snow, and battery operated lanterns lining the entrance of the dining room. Tables should also stay elegant, but simple. Think silver chargers, white linens, pale gray napkins, and centerpieces like a hydrangea or a dusty Miller with tea lights. For the photo backdrop, think silver sequins, snowy branches, fairy lights, maybe a little bench with a fur throw blanket. Bottom line, elegance isn't about filling every corner of the room with decor. It's about focusing on a few beautiful and elegant details. Think experience over decorations. Ambiance, my favorite. Ambiance is everything. It sets the tone for the evening. One trick I like to do is keep the dining rooms closed if possible. Build anticipation. Create a true wow moment when the residents first see the decoration, the lighting, and the music. Designate a team member as your host or hostess to make a big announcement. Something like, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our winter gala. Please join us as we open the doors to your evening of elegance." As the doors open, cue soft music, dim the lights slightly, and let the residents take in the magic. Hey, maybe you hire ballroom dancers. Why not? Add small touches along the way, sparkly mocktails upon arrival, fairy lights, soft music. You've instantly created a multi-sensory immersive experience. These details, even the tiniest ones, turn a simple dinner into a memorable, magical evening that our residents will talk about for weeks. So let's be intentional with leadership roles. Someone's greeting, welcoming. Someone's managing ambiance, lighting. Someone's handling the photos. Another is on service flow. Each leader with a clear responsibility. When everyone knows their role, the magic shows up effortlessly, and you get a night your residents will never forget. All right, let's talk happy hour. This is where the celebration keeps rolling. It should be fun and lively with a touch of fancy. Think winter gala after party, continuing the same decoration theme from dinner, just with cocktails, music, or some sort of entertainment piece to set the vibe. Go upbeat and elegant. Add experiences that surprise and delight. Hot cocoa bar, wine and cheese pairings, or maybe a winter tea station. A signature cocktail and mocktail themed with the season gives our guests something special to toast with. Want a wow factor? Ice sculptures, maybe a Northern Lights inspired hub, or interactive entertainment that get people talking. Happy hour is your chance to extend the magic, keep the energy high, create memorable moments. Let everyone soak in the elegance while having a little playful fun. All right, social media. This is where you get to brag about your event. So don't forget to capture the moment. Take photos of the decor, the ambiance, the elegant details, the residents' overall experience. Timing is everything. So post within 72 hours to create excitement and energy around the event. Share behind the scenes moments too. The chef in action, staff prepping the residents' reactions, all the little moments that show the care and effort that went into the event. And be sure to highlight the teamwork, celebrate the collaboration between your leadership team. That synergy is what makes these events truly special. All right, who's ready to make this event magical? Let's start now. Start with your monthly TAWB meeting. Discuss the decor, entertainment, the prep. Think about the big picture and then get granular. Review the SOP and elegant themed dinner guide with your teams. Make sure everyone knows the standard, they know the vision. Assign leaders to get involved: culinary, life enrichment, maintenance, housekeeping, clinical. Everyone has a role. Everyone matters in the execution. Pick your dinner night any night the week of February 16th. Mark it on the calendar. Make sure everyone knows. Order supplies using our Amazon wish list or vendors. Your budget hits in January, so make sure you're ordering early. Assign leadership roles. Who's doing what? Make sure it's clear. Send invitations and hype it up. Get residents excited. Tell your staff. Build the buzz in your campus. Finalize the event flow, the ambiance. Every detail matters. And when it comes to the day of the event, do a pre-event walkthrough, morning of, check off, just to be sure that you have everything you need to make this event a success. Capture and celebrate photos, social posts, have a debrief, notes for the next theme. Bottom line, teamwork, communication, intentional planning makes a magical, elegant dinner and happy hour. Do it right, and the residents and staff will be talking about this event for months to come. Elegant dinners and happy hours aren't just events. Remember, they're moments of dignity, celebration, and beauty for our residents. Every detail, every smile, every little sparkle we create matters. Thank you for being the team that brings this to life and makes these experiences truly magical.